Hello, everybody. Here for Keeping It Current with Teesha, Volume 19. So let's get right into it. I mean, it was like a mouthful of things that happened this week. Say hi. She's a mess. But yeah, one of the first things that kind of like broke this week was that Charlie Sheen admitted to being HIV positive. That's like, whoa. But, I mean, I'm not really surprised or whatever, but, he basically said, I think it was on the Today Show, one of those shows, and he said that he's had it for like 4 years. He doesn't know how he got it, but it wasn't through, like, I think drug use. Oh, okay. You want to join me? But he doesn't know how he got it, but he's told people, and he's, paid them off. Like, the people that he paid off has nearly been $10 million that he paid off to them to keep it a secret. And I mean, my whole opinion on it is like, I'm sorry that it happened to him, but at the same time, I feel like he did it to himself, because I remember he went, like, wasn't he on this like binge where he was walking around talking about winning, like about 4 or 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was earlier than that. But he was just like in a media frenzy, calling his girls that he messed with his goddesses. And like, that's why he got kicked off of, not really killed off of 2.5 Men. And like, yeah, so I mean, if you're having sex, unprotected sex with people, and you don't know their status and they don't know yours, that's the easiest way to contract HIV. And I mean, like I said, I feel sorry that he has it. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, because there's no cure for HIV. But at the same time, I do feel like he did it to himself, because he was being irresponsible. And I don't, like I said, I'm sorry it happened to him, but I don't feel sorry for him. But, that's just my opinion. I mean, good luck to him. I hope he takes care of himself or whatever. I've been seeing the memes and the jokes about it. And I mean, I wouldn't really joke about it, because HIV is a serious topic, and like, anybody can get it. So it's not like it's not a funny situation. I mean, I get people like to put humor into everything, but I don't really think it's funny joking about it, like the memes and stuff, and putting him with Magic Johnson and Eazy-E, like, it's just, I don't know, it's not funny. And Eazy-E, no, I don't think Eazy-E ever had HIV. Eazy-E, I think, had AIDS, because he died from AIDS. I don't think it started with HIV, because he announced that he had AIDS, and then like maybe a week or so later, he passed away. So, you agree? So yeah, I mean, like I said, I just hope Charlie Sheen takes care of himself or whatever, because I know when you don't, it can turn into full-blown AIDS. So, I'm sorry that it happened to him, but you gotta make better choices, people. Anyway, this happened this week, and I kind of don't care about it, but I mean, I know some people do. So, Kylie, girl, would you leave my book alone? Kylie Jenner and Tiger supposedly broke up on his birthday. On his 26th birthday, and I guess from what it sounds like, it doesn't even really sound like they broke up. It just sounds like the media is like over exaggerating, just because she didn't post anything on his birthday or acknowledge that it was his birthday. Oh, they broke up. But I mean, I was reading that it said that she said that everything's fine and it's not a big deal. But I mean, I don't really know what to think, and I'm just like, y'all are just so into their relationship. Like, y'all care so much, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, if they did break up, so what? If they didn't, so what? Let them live their lives. Like, it is what it is. And it doesn't even sound like, because nothing has come out of Tiger's mouth, nothing's come out of Kylie's mouth yet. So it's like, y'all are just going off of assumptions from her Instagram, and it's like, stop fishing for something and let it actually, like, I mean, I know y'all are desperate for stories, but gee whiz, like, let them come out and say it themselves, and then see what, like, y'all fishing for stories, because it just sounds like an opinion, or an assumption rather, based off of Instagram posts. And I'm like, that's how y'all get y'all y'all source of information. Y'all go from what's going on Instagram. Like, you know, some people just be posting stuff just to post it, not because it's true, right? But anyway, so more promo pics have been posted of the characters and like the cast for The Wiz Live. The first set that I saw was Queen Latifah as The Wiz, Uzo Adoba, I pray I said her name right, Uzo Adoba as Glinda the Good Witch, and Common, I think, is the Gatekeeper. I am here for Queen Latifah being the Wiz, because every Wiz movie, it's a man. So I am here for them changing it from a male to a female, and Queen Latifah looks like she is going to slay her role as the Wiz in this movie. So, I mean, the casting for this is just awesome, and I am so excited to see it. Like, I love the first Wiz. You know, I love the first Wiz with Diana Ross and I think it was Nipsey Russell. I think that was him. I think he was the Tin Man. And Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow. Like, I love the Wiz. Richard Pryor was the Wiz. I love the Wiz, the original. But this looks like it's gonna change the game, because the cast is just awesome. And then I just saw a picture of Mary J. Blige. I think she's the bad, like the evil witch. This is gonna be awesome, and it comes on in like 2 weeks, and I cannot wait to see it. I will be reviewing it. I cannot wait, because I am so excited. Just, you know, I mean, me growing up, I had the Wiz. Like, you know, that was like my mother's. That was me. Like, my mother showed that to me, because that's like one of her favorite movies too. But now we have an updated version. There'll be something for our kids to watch, you know, to see like all that black culture and black power on TV. Like, I'm here for it, and I cannot wait to see it. It looks like it's gonna be so good. Like, the cast is just perfection to me. Like, they casted some of like the best people to be in this, and I'm so glad that is coming on soon. I cannot wait to see it. It looks like it's gonna, like, the costumes are sick. The costumes are sick. Oh, I just can't wait to see it. I'm excited. So, I guess in response to the Paris attacks last week, France responded back by bombing Syria, and somehow Kenya was bombed too. Like, I'm just hearing all these countries are just going to war with each other, and all kinds of craziness has happened. And I mean, you know, these types of stories I hate reading and I hate seeing pictures of, because it depresses me and it scares the hell out of me. So I try to like avoid it, but I know it's something that I can't avoid, because this is what's really happening in the world. And I seen pictures of them bombing a children's center in Syria, and I'm like, really? The babies? The babies? Really? Innocent children that have nothing to do with what y'all are fighting over are dying. Even in Kenya, it's ridiculous. It's like a massacre, and it's really like hurting my heart, because I'm like, this is what's really happening, like right now. Like, this is what y'all are doing. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what the wars are for. I don't understand. And it's like a headache. It's a headache. Every day you put the news on, you put the TV on, it's something depressing happening in other countries. It's stuff depressing happening here. So it's like, it's too much. And then now I'm hearing that they're threatening to come to America, and I'm like, this is just ridiculous. Like, it's scary. It's ridiculous. But I mean, I guess we just have to put on our big girl, big boy drawers and just, you know, fight it out. I don't know, I guess. I mean, I don't know what we're fighting for, but it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I couldn't imagine. That breaks my heart, seeing them pictures of the babies and everything, like innocent people who have nothing to do with this situation dying, just so you can prove a point. It bothers me. It really does. But I'm trying to shake like the image out of my head. But I don't know. This world needs prayer. This world needs a miracle, because this is a sick, sad world. But moving on, because I can't. So Shine a Light came on last night, and it was basically a little concert about, like, you know, just bringing a light to, hey girl, just bringing a light to racism and what's going on in the world. Like, you know, they brought up Michael Brown, they brought up Eric Garner, they brought up Freddie Gray and the Baltimore riots, and Pharrell went to South Carolina to visit, like, the survivors of the Emanuel 9, you know, what happened this past summer with the 9 church members being killed by Dylan Roof, just because they were black. So you know, Pharrell went and he visited, like, I think a plantation or something like that. Like, he visited a house where the slaves were, like, kept and whatnot, and then he visited the slave master's house, and he started feeling, like, uneasy about being in the slave master's house. And he's like, you know, it's two different ways of life in here. And, you know, Soledad O'Brien asked him, well, why did you feel more intense in the slave master's house versus in the slave house? He said, I really don't know, but it just, I didn't like being in the slave master's house. And I'm like, you know what, that's deep. Because, you know, the slave house was just, it was raggedy, it was unkempt, it was dirty. But when you go in the slave master's house, everything is prompt, neat, you know, clean. So I can get why he felt the way he felt going into the house. And then Alicia Keys went to Baltimore and she visited the mom who went viral last year for, like, hitting her son on film because he was being a part of the Baltimore riots. Now, a lot of people had an opinion on what she was doing. I personally understand why she did what she did, because that's fear. Usually when a mother reacts by screaming at her child or putting her hands on her child, it's a fear that they have. And she said she didn't want her child to become another Freddie Gray, because if they're walking around here just killing innocent, unarmed black men, what makes you think that they wouldn't have done it to her son? So, you know, Alicia Keys was visiting them. She visited, like, this after school program that somebody started up, because the programs out there are, like, non-existent. I've been to Baltimore and I've seen firsthand, like, they have a lot of abandoned houses, and it's crazy. Like, I remember we rode down this one block, nothing but abandoned houses on each side of the block. So I'm like, Baltimore could be a beautiful place to live if they would rebuild, renovate, and do something with those houses instead of leaving them abandoned. Like, it's crazy. So Alicia Keys went and she spoke with the kids, and one kid stuck out to her. And she asked him, she said, who's your hero? And he said, my dad, because he used to take me places and do things with me. And she was like, well, what do you mean used to? When's the last time you saw him? He said, it's been a while. Nyla, it's been a while. And then she's like, well, why haven't you seen him in a while? He said, because he's in jail. And Alicia Keys was like, wow, you know, that's sad, because the like, prison system, like, they spend more money imprisoning black men than they do for education. And it's true. So, I mean, the Shine a Light special was really, really good. I mean, if they repeat it again, I suggest, you know, people watch it, because it was really, really good. Like, the first performance with, I forgot who it was, but it was John Legend and I forgot the other guy's name. I'm so mad. But they sung the song 41 Shots, and that song was deep. It's basically talking about, you know, the gun violence that's happening to unarmed black men. But it is a deep song. Like, it was that. Rhiannon Giddings, she sung this song, Can't Cry No More. That was deep. Jill Scott sung the hell out of, I'm so mad I don't know the name of the song she was singing, but she sung that song like from her soul. Nicki Minaj did the Maya Angelou's Still I Rise, and Tori Kelly and Miguel tore up Free Your Mind by En Vogue. So yeah, it was a really good special. I advise everybody to watch it. It was really good. It gave you a lot of good insight into what's going on with the world and how celebrities and everybody alike are what they're doing to like play a good part in helping to curb the issue, like to make the world better. So yeah, I advise you to watch it. Shine a Light. It came on Lifetime, so see if it comes on again. But it came on last night on Lifetime. Moving on, these two, 50 Cent and Vivica Fox, 2 weeks after she said what she said on Watch What Happens Live, they are still going back and forth. And the most recent one I saw was, you know how everybody's talking about Patti LaBelle's pies and all of that, and they being petty. So he has one with Vivica Fox on it called Grocery Pie, and he's basically saying, oh, this old bitch still talking about me, this, that, and the third. And she was like, wow, you still mad? Anyway, you mad because Empire's ratings is higher and all this other, like, and I'm like, you two, I'm like, okay, first of all, I wonder if what Vivica said must have really struck a nerve with him, because he's been going in like for 2 weeks straight, and it's ridiculous. And it's like, now it's getting old. Leave it alone. I mean, it was old to begin with when they first asked her about him, but now it's like getting super old. Y'all look real petty, and y'all need to stop. Don't talk about her. She need to not talk about you. And like I said in the last one, from now on, when somebody asks a question to 50 about Vivica or Vivica about 50, they both just need to say no comment and move on. Because this is what happens. Now, it's not even funny anymore. Now, I'm looking at them like, y'all look like two immature, childish, like, people. Like, grow up and let it go. Like, that's how I feel. And I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. Moving on. So, Nene Leakes was a guest on The View. And I mean, from the clips that I've seen, it does look like they tried to shade her. I think most, like, particularly Raven-Symoné, because she showed them, like, pictures of, like, the outside and inside of her house, and they were asking, well, where's your furniture? And then when she was singing, like, a piece of her, like her a song from the play, I think she's in Chicago, one of those shows, I think on Broadway or whatever, when she was singing a piece from there, they were looking at her like side-eyeing her something. So I also saw like this after interview she did where they were asking her like, how did she feel? And she said she felt like the girls weren't friendly. She saw the side eyes, she felt their vibes, and she was like, you know, because she put up a picture of all the girls from The View. The View put it up first, and then she took the picture and cropped Raven-Symoné out of it and posted it on her Instagram. So people noticed it and was like, she's being shady. And she's like, yeah, I'm being shady because they were being shady. They were giving me attitude. They weren't friendly. And that's why I did what I did. And I'm like, well, at least she's owning up to it, because some people would have been like, oh, no, it wasn't no shade at all, when it really was. So I'm like, I don't know. Raven-Symoné just been getting in hot water all this year. Like, she just need to go back. She need to go into hiding, something. Lastly, Patti LaBelle takes sole credit for her sweet potato pies flying off the shelf. Now, okay, Patti, you know, I know you cook. And, you know, I'm not knocking you. I'm pretty sure you put your feet, your heart, your soul, everything into them sweet potato pies. But nobody knew about them pies before that boy did that viral video. I'm sorry. Because I didn't even know you had sweet potato pies out at Walmart until I saw that dude's video. And his video, like, you know, got people curious into wanting to buy your pies. So, okay, you called him and you thanked him, but don't go out there and publicly try and say that he didn't help you, because he did. Because nobody even really knew about your sweet potato pies. Like, they heard of them, but I'm pretty sure nobody was really checking for them before that video hit. So, Patti, maybe you need to eat some humble pie. I'm just saying. I mean, I love you, Auntie Patti, but I just don't like when people do that. Like, giving somebody else credit for, you know, helping you out or, you know, lifting you up. It's not going to kill you. Nobody's going to look at you like, oh, she's Patti LaBelle. She wouldn't have done this by herself. We know who you are, Patti. We know your legend. We know you. So I'm just saying, don't do that, Patti. Don't be shady like that. But anyway, that was Keeping It Current, Volume 19 with Teesha. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Really don't have much else to talk about, but you know, that's basically mostly what happened this week. So see you guys next video. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you next time. Later.